Well, well, well. I come with good news, my dudes. We have won our first lawsuit against the Cav. Actually I got even better news. Okay, today. The fourth lawsuit he just filed against our website that I've talked about, does Ryan Kavanaugh look like HarveyWeinstein.com, was just straight up thrown out for being improper. Like, they're like, dude, this is whack. Just throw it out. So that's two lawsuits down. Two ago. It's awesome, bro. Hey, you guys remember when Keemstar convinced a bunch of people that I was going to be going to jail?
Right.
Love that. Yo, Cav is punching air right now. Yo, so this is the tortious interference lawsuit. This is the one for, he's saying basically every 1 star they've ever gotten is our fault. Excuse me. It was also kind of like a pseudo defamation case. So there's lots of aspects of defamation that were addressed in this by the judge. And what's an extra dub is that this is the same judge that's going to be hearing the defamation case. Extra dub, extra pound it, punching and crying air right now. Cav's taking a drink. It's 4 o'clock, but you know what? It's 6 o'clock somewhere. It's 2 a.m. somewhere. I'm waiting for the drunk rage posts to come out from Cav.
God,
It's going to happen. How's he going to get, like, he accused me of having a secret Wikipedia mods. Is he going to accuse me of having, like, a secret senator or something?
Yeah, it's going to be like, this judge.
AOC?
This judge is on payroll.
Yeah, payroll. I love that.
Under the H3 podcast.
Ethan is this judge, and we have evidence linking them. I'm putting a $20,000 bounty if anyone can prove that this judge is Ethan's mom. Oh, my God. I can't wait. So the good news come through. You know what's funny? I was taking a nap, and I got a text from Hassan.
Oh.
And he's like, congrats. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I was giving him her earnings report on leftovers.
Yeah.
And he was like, congrats. And I was like, what, on getting paid? I don't understand. And he's like, no, you won the lawsuit. And I was like, what? So, sure enough, I checked the subreddit, and there it is, by the way. Thank you guys for sharing in our victories. It's so nice to see people actually invested in this. This is a huge dub for YouTube, and it means so much to see you guys supporting us in these hard times. It's stressful, you've got the merits, you've got the facts, you've got the law. But when it comes to lawsuits, you never know which way it can go. I mean, it can go any way. It really can. But luckily, it went our way this time. And I'm just super stoked, man. Super stoked. I mean, there are 2 more lawsuits. Potentially more down the road. You never know. Right? But there we go. Yeah, so this is the one where he says, I interfered with his business because I created every 1-star review. Now, I'm going to read some of my favorite quotes from the judgment. It's pretty long and dry. There are some great moments, though, that I pulled that I'm going to read you guys. Emily Baker, friend of the show, tweeted out, Ethan Klein. Oh, I gotta close this. Whoops. Ethan Klein defeats Triller. I can't believe that this is like a good use of corporate funds. I mean, he's not the only person who cares. Like, you can't just go around spending hundreds of like, if I used well, we own our company, so that would just be, I was like, there's other owners of the company, you can't just go around suing people with your company card, dude. Anyway, Ethan Klein defeats Triller. The anti-SLAPP filed by H3 is granted, meaning the case is dismissed with prejudice. I think that means that they suck. It cannot be refiled, and the Kleins can go after Triller for all legal fees and costs, which they are entitled to based on this ruling. Pound it. And the great news about this is that finally, for the first time in this whole legal battleground, actually the first time really, and even our previous lawsuit where we get to go on the offensive legally, which means that we get to pursue legal fees for this garbage anti-free speech lawsuit. That's what it means to win it. To win on an anti-SLAPP is basically meaning that you're winning on the merits of free speech. And last time I checked, that's what it means to be American. So we're coming after him for legal fees. Oh, it's good. It's good. And it gives us leverage, with them, because all of a sudden their ass is on the line. It's so good. So I'm going to frame that check, baby. Once I get that check, frame it. Maybe blow it up, the oversized check like the one he was supposed to donate to Habitat for Humanity. There's a lot I can do with that check. My gears are turning already. I wonder if we could put it on a t-shirt, the check from Triller.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yo, that would be freaking fire merch, bro. Just a fat check from Triller for tens of thousands of dollars. Oh, yeah. I love Emily. I'm sure she's going to be doing some great coverage of this. I'll be tuning in, too. The court finds that the statements by Klein is parody, that Triller didn't prove that Kevin Hart was on the app, and that Triller didn't prove their shit wasn't flipped. I'm not surprised by this ruling and have said since the beginning that anti-SLAPP would likely be granted. This ruling comes after the court determined that Cav, I love she calls him Cav now. That's so good. That the Cav defamation suit is related to the now dismissed Triller suit. The Cav defamation suit is now before the judge who just dismissed this Triller case, which is a meaningful win for Klein. Exactly. Well said, Emily. All right, let me read you my favorite parts of this. Keemstar's punching air right now. He thought I'd be in jail for life. He's like, yo, Ethan's going to jail for 30 years. 30 years. Oh, Rich Lux, Ela. Thank you. Dubs in the house for Rich Lux. Dubs and Dubs the house. You don't say in the house. Dubs the house. Or maybe what's a good one? W's the house. Yeah. I don't know. It's not very funny, but I got to give him a nod. W's the house. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I'm using that language right. He always goes, the house, girl. It's funny. Let's see if any other notable people are bopping. We got likes. Keemstar's like, dude, you should be in jail not getting attorney's fees. Oh, Ela responded. Hey, Ela. Hey, Ela. We're sitting together making a video right now. What's up? God bless. All right, let's go. So, I don't know why I'm on Twitter. Let's get off Twitter. And here is the official ruling. It looks something like this. It's like over 20 pages, and it's a lot of legal stuff. So here is my favorite parts. On the judge ruling, here we go. Plaintiff's supplemental brief and evidence not to exceed 10 pages to be filed and served on or before December 7th. The defendant's responsive brief not to exceed 10 pages was to be filed and served on or before December 14th. On December 2nd, the plaintiff submitted a supplemental declaration with 4 exhibits totaling over 800 pages. So just to drive home, the judge was like, I will allow you to give more evidence, but it needs to be a max of 10 pages because I ain't reading that shit. These guys literally dumped 800 pages of reviews on her. It was so crazy. And a lot of the there was like positive reviews in there too. It was so poorly managed.
Why would they do that?
Why would they do that? That's a good question. I honestly, I don't know. I mean, Ryan, I don't know, dude. Ryan needs to re-examine his whole freaking life at this point. Plaintiff does not provide evidence that defendant's statements were false or not opinion. In this context, the court finds the language used by Mr. Klein is more akin to parody. Let me make this even bigger for you guys. So small. We love big text, don't we, folks? Was more akin to parody. Where are we? Finds the language was more akin to parody, hyperbole, and primarily statements of opinion. Even if Mr. Klein's statements directing H3 fans to download and try Triller's app were not genuine, there simply does not lie a cause of action for defamation. Do as I do, not as I say, is not an assertion that can be proven as fact or opinion. In the context of defamation, plaintiff has not met its burden of showing a probability of success on that merit. Now, let me remind you, this is the judge that's going to look at the actual defamation case, and she's pretty sharp. She's pretty sharp.
That's right.
Dude, we respect women here. You know, the judge who did our Matt Haas one was a honorable woman as well. A most honorable woman.
Yep.
I freaking love women, and not like a weird way, like in a respectful way.
We smart, baby.
But in a highly respectful, not creepy way. We love our women. This is great. You guys are going to love this. Statements concerning whether Triller falsely represented that the comedian... Wait, sorry, I think I skipped. Guys, I'm skipping around. I don't know. I must have hit my wheel button. Nope. Statements concerning whether Triller falsely represented that comedian Kevin Hart uses the app is a statement that can be shown to be true or false. Defendants have put forth evidence to support their theory, showing that this was a true statement at the time the podcast aired, despite not having a presence on Triller app. The description of Triller's app stated, millions of users have made Triller videos along with stars like Kevin Hart. You lied about Kevin Hart. And this judge recognizes that you lied about Kevin Hart. Again, you should be thanking us. Kevin Hart was not on your app. The plaintiff has not put forth evidence to meet its burden of showing a likelihood of success on the merits that this particular statement was false. And by this is a good example of how someone with money can just absolutely bulldoze over somebody who's practicing in fair, factual, free speech. Because if you're going to sue somebody for saying Kevin Hart wasn't on your app you're saying Kevin Hart, you're saying I said Kevin Hart's not on the app, and that's defamation.
Yeah.
And the judge is like, it's provably true. Kevin Hart was not on the app.
Yeah.
And he's going to sue me for that. If I was somebody else with less money or maybe even less insanity to actually want to fight these lawsuits,
I mean,
you get bulldozed.
Most people wouldn't want to do this.
Hell no.
It's a nightmare.
I don't blame them. Yeah. I don't blame them at all. You know, I mean, I would much rather not be in these lawsuits than be in. Trust me. So, like, it's so provably wrong and absurd, but still, they're suing us for it. I mean, that's just you would get bulldozed if you were some other person. You would just settle, you know. Here's another good one, guys. Statement considering that the app was flipped is also a statement that can be proven true or false. Well stated, Judge. Defendants have put forth evidence that a statement originally made by Mr. Beck, Noah Beck, very respectful to put that Mr. on it, while he was trying to record using the Triller app, Mr. Beck observed that the app had flipped the camera. Plaintiff provides evidence that the app had an inversion problem relating to camera functions. Thus, because it contains an assertion of fact, it is not actionable as defamation because plaintiff must show the statement is false. The judge is saying your shit was flipped, bro. Mr. Beck, as we'll call him now, said it himself. Plaintiff has failed to provide evidence to meet its burden of showing the likely... but more... It's just kind of legal language. Yeah, shout out to Mr. Beck.
She's just saying, look, if that was wrong, show us. They didn't show anything.
Yeah, she's like, this is true or not true?
Yeah.
It is true. Your shit was flipped. Yeah, they didn't have evidence for anything. That's why I always say it's just pure legal harassment. And as you'll see, this one kind of drives it home too. The remaining statements were posted to the H3 subreddit. Shout out Fooper Troopers. Boom. Boom, which identifies itself as a social networking site, Reddit, and permits users to create their own profile and post information on various forums. No evidence is offered to support the contention that H3 Podcast, Ethan Klein, Ela Klein, or Teddy Fresh, those are all people being sued. Again, not sure how Teddy Fresh is involved at all. But go off, King. Mr. Beck, do you have anything to say about this? Yeah, the lawsuit is flipped. As to the comments made by third-party Reddit user, defendants cannot be held liable under Section 230. So shout out to Fooper Troopers. You cannot be held liable, and nor can I be held liable. No provider or user of an interactive computer service shall be treated as the publisher or speaker of any information provided by another information content provider. Obviously, dude, you own Triller. Your website exists because of Section 230. What are you talking about, dude?
That's so true. I mean, anything that someone would post on Triller, I can go and sue him now for.
Yeah.
According to his logic.
He wants to overturn 230 out of spite and basically doom his whole business. It's awesome. People on Reddit said mean things about me. He needs to go to jail, like Keemstar said. Keemstar told me he was going to go to jail. Mr. Keem. Can you believe Keemstar's last name is really Keem? Mr. Star. It's actually Keem, which is weird. Mr. Star. Plaintiff has provided a number of possible reasons why app users may have left the Triller app other than defendant's action. Yeah, he says people stop using the app because, well, okay. For example, plaintiff acknowledged that some users of the Apple iPhone may have experienced an inverted camera, frustrating the user's ability to record content. Sure. I mean, it would be unusable if it was flipped. Numerous reviews provided in their 800 pages and Exhibit A make reference to an inverted or flipped camera function. Plaintiff's evidence of one-star reviews also demonstrates that users were dissatisfied with the design and content of the app. For instance, user shout out Jen736518, who left a review stating, I downloaded this app and immediately I started getting emails saying my accounts have been compromised and my passwords have been stolen. I found out many others had the same issue. The owner clearly knows nothing about running a business or app. Again, these geniuses dumped every bad review they've had, blamed it on us, and the judge is like, I'm looking at 2 right now.
Well, Ryan Kavanaugh knows for a fact that Jen736518 is an employee
It's me. It's
podcast.
me.
Yeah.
It's you, Ela. Yeah. We have concrete evidence proving that Jen with 4 N's, 736518, is in fact Sam from the H3 podcast. Another review being the example of BenBoy99. Shout out to BenBoy99. I'm in your walls, Ben. Who stated, basically just a terrible wannabe version of TikTok. Basically just used for promotion of brand celebrities. The content is extremely boring. Do not download if you still want brain cells. Wow. Conclusion. For these reasons, defendant's special motion to strike is hereby granted. Defendants are ordered to give notice. Plaintiff's request to amend complaint on January 11th. Did they really try to amend the complaint 2 days ago?
Oh, what?
Morons. The second hearing on the anti-SLAPP motion, plaintiff requests the opportunity to amend its complaint. So even as recently as 2, I guess, what did they want to post another 800 pages of 1-star reviews? The court denies the plaintiff's motion. We win. You lose, sir. Take this L. You are a public figure. You are not a baby. Grow the F up. Leave me the frick alone. Get out of my life, Ryan Kavanaugh.
Seriously.
Get out of my life, Ryan Kavanaugh. 2 more to go. Take this L, Ryan. I hope that I would assume there's someone at Triller with a little bit of sense that would see this and be like, yo, dude, we got to cut you off, bro.
That's true.
Because he's the majority owner.
I guess that's the problem.
Yeah. I guess that is the problem. But somebody over at Triller has got to have some sense to be like, this is not good. Not only are we now wasting hundreds of thousands of dollars on frivolous lawsuits out of spite, as a personal spite project for Ryan Kavanaugh, this is not a good look for us.
Well, you know what? The rest of the owners at Thriller are clearly employees of the H3 podcast.
Well, you know who one other definite owner is? Noah Beck.
Mr. Beck.
I wonder what Mr. Beck thinks about this lawsuit. He probably thinks it's flipped. Well, that's the good news, man. That's 2 down in 1 day. It feels good.
Did you explain the second down?
Yeah, I think I did in the beginning, didn't I?
Don't remember.
It's been a while. I think I explained that it got thrown out. Yeah, I did. The thing is, like, I'm super stoked that it officially finally came through, but the judge gave a tentative ruling on the hearing we had a few days ago. So us and our lawyers kind of expected this based on her tentative ruling, but just for it to be public and be able to talk about it and know the actual result, it was dismissed with prejudice. Legal fees are coming. It's a beautiful thing, isn't it? This is America. You can get free speech. It just costs a lot of money. You know. So, love you guys. Thank you for all the support. It means so much to have you guys backing us up during this time. Otherwise, it would be impossible. If I was doing this on my own, I don't know, man. It would be of just horrible. So flipped. Anyway, guys, takes your bets on when Ryan's going to start drunk posting. I can't wait to see. Wish him well. And Ryan, leave me alone. You can still can we just stop? Just part ways. Drop your. I'll tell you what. Maybe I shouldn't be making settlement offers over a YouTube video.
No, just watch. He's gonna find a new lawsuit now to add.
Dude, for sure you're right. The conspiracy theories are about to come.
Yeah.
For sure. It needs some explanation. The clerk is like my the law clerk that works for the judge has the exact name of someone from the subreddit who posted a 1-star review, and it's also a Wikipedia mod. All right, guys. Big dub today. Love y'all. Peace out.